Life is fire. Life is a burning torch. So when you treat others with respect, love, guidance, and hope, there's no, am I treating you right? Am I treating you a good way? Do I have to be nice to you? Life is not even about trying to do something. You just simply are. You are who you are. You know? There's no such thing as good and bad. There's only fire of love, torch, that burns like a flame all the time. So when Christ says love, he says love fiercely, because any negative and unpositive and wicked thing that's in your path will get burnt up to pieces, to smithereens, to ashes. So as long as you carrying that fire and that torch, and sometimes that torch is not always, it's not always good. It's not always going to be in the best interest of a certain person. You're not going to always please everybody that comes in your path, Sometimes just by you living your life, you could be teaching somebody a lesson in their life, So don't ever get caught that don't ever think that you have to be nice to people. You have to treat people a certain way, because the love that you radiate is going to say it all right there. The spirit and the love and the joy and the light is going to say it all right there. Like I said, it's just going to burn everything up that's negative. In the life that we live, these negative forces that want to keep us on a leash, no matter where we are in the world, they attack our insecurities, they attack our belief system, anything that provides strength to us. They want to attack it and rip it down, because, believe it or not, this world that we live in cannot survive unless the human race is down. You have to be down, which means you have to be at a low, vibrating at a low frequency. So these demonic forces want to keep a leash on us, and it goes so far. I mean, what's the word I want to use? It's so deep. It goes more into detail. It still wasn't the word I wanted to use, but it goes more into depth, far more depth. That's what life is more. It's about depth. How deep does life go? Like, how deep can your awareness go to where you can find out what's next in life? Your awareness is what puts you in the next zone, the next mode, the next level. It takes you to the next level. So first, you have to know what's going on, and then you have to know what's the solution. You have to take hold, take action, and provide the solution for yourself. If you were in a bad relationship or something, then you're going to have to figure out a solution to get yourself out of a bad relationship. And sometimes we live in a world where it's just humans mixed with demons. And we can't even tell the difference nowadays. You cannot tell the difference. So therefore, we can be walking into a trap and not realize it every day. Or we could have walked in a trap that we're still in today, that we're fighting to get out of. And once we realize where our strength lies, then that's where the attacks start to begin. Because you realize how strong you really were, and you know where your power comes from. And once you start using that power against these negative entities and these negative forces, everything begins to rip down in your life. It's like you're creating a new life now. And when we're born, we're told that this is what we need to do in life. This is what we should be. And you don't know that you're actually walking into a trap when you're born, because your parents don't know any different. So they're going to tell you what they learned. And they deepen, our whole generation is like this. We deepen ourselves into a destructive nature, and then we have to come out of it. But we can't come out of it unless someone shows us how to come out of it. So whenever you're being attacked, just know that those are negative entities that need to attack you because they feel like you're a threat. Anytime you're getting attacked or you're being threatened or insulted somehow, it is because you're waking up spiritually. So when you feel attacked, take it as, okay, I'm doing something right. I am doing something right. And once you attack one human being, you attack all of us. And when you attack all of us, you might these negative forces might cause one human being to do something that might bring forth their downfall. You know, me personally, I get attacked, but it ain't even like that no more, because they know the deal. You know what I mean? These wicked forces, they already know what it is. You know, they, come on, yo, they knew what it was. Like, when Christ fasted 40 days, basically, he did it to annihilate demonic forces, to snatch them out of people, to just, they feared Christ, man, because the spirit, man, the spirit is just, oh man, it's like a tortoise and a hare running a race. It's just like impossible for the turtle or the tortoise to beat a hare in a race unless it's two of them. Unless it's one at the finish line or it's one at the beginning. That's the only way the turtle's gonna win, is if he tricks you. And that's exactly how the deceiver works. He has to trick you to believe that you cannot prevail over his deceitful tactics and illusionary gimmicks, you know? So just realize that you are being manipulated every time you're in a situation where you're being attacked. And it takes a lot to just become strong out of your attacks. And sometimes God allows us to get attacked so we can become stronger. And when someone attacks you, they're just defining their weakness. So whenever you're being attacked by your inner demons or your outer demons, they're just showing you that they know that you're in control and they're weak. Fear is a weakness. Everything that's guilt, everything shame, everything that's a low vibrational frequency is a form of, what did I say? I be in the spirit, yo. I be trying to say all this different stuff, yo, and I be just, man, yo, it just all these different directions. Just know that you're the greatest thing that ever happened. just make a long story short, you're the greatest thing that ever happened. You know what I mean? And always remember that. And this video is going to keep going on because I'm going to keep talking. But next time I'll make a video where I'm in the light. You know, I'm kind of, you know, trying to get my life together too, because we all going through the same process. You know, we all going through the same process. The world needs to see what spirit is like, what the spirit is like. No longer are we going to be empty anymore. And it's crazy because the people in our lives could be our worst enemies. The people in our families could be the worst enemies to us if they represent, you know, the dark forces. You might have that one relative that's just always gossiping about people in the family, or he's always starting trouble, or he always, you know, fighting and want to strife all the time and cursing stuff. And you know something's weird about this dude. They're in our families, they're our friends. It's just a big mix-up, a big pool of confusion in our world. And they cause us to feel bad about stuff. But if you just have to start defining who you want to hang around and who you want to be defined with, or who you want to have represent you. That's all it is. So take your awareness to a new level and realize who's really around you to hang out with you and love you as a person, or who's really around you to benefit you and try to, you know, get ahead using you. You know what I mean? Who really wants to use you, or who really loves you, basically. And that's what I'm dealing with, and I'm by myself right now because I made that decision. When I looked at the people that I was hanging out with in my past, I realized that they was all a part of who I was back in my past. And Christ said you got to be reborn again. But when you're reborn again, it's like a cleansing of your life. A re-cleansing. Because all the decisions that you made before you came into the Word is like, man, you got to redefine yourself. You definitely have to redefine yourself. But it's a cool process. It's a fun process. You just have to, it's another form of strength. You can't be afraid to do it, you know. You can't be. Because you're going to realize that you're going to be like, man, I needed that a lot. I really needed it. And that's the only way you're going to get over a weakness. You know? Insecurity is a weakness. You know, and demons, they love to attack your insecurities. They just love it. So carry yourself with a burning torch. Because you're not always going to be nice to people. You're not always going to be able to tell people what they want to hear. You're just going to have to just tell it with flames. Your words are going to have to be burning flames. And when you speak, it's just little flames after that. It's still burning after that, you know. you leave tire marks on the ground, you know, because, you know, you be walking with your clique, and a car might explode in the background. You know, that's raw right there. That's some real stuff right there, you know what I mean? Shoot. The flames and just all that, man. I seen it in a Missy Elliott video or something. An old video, yo, where a car blew up, dude was walking in slow motion, like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's